I want you to look at your pans right now. Go ahead. Think about the ones sitting in your kitchen cabinet or hanging on your stove. Now think about the one that you barely use anymore, the one that used to be your absolute favorite, the one you cooked everything in, but somewhere along the way it got so burnt, so black, so caked with grease and residue that you just gave up on it. Maybe you shoved it to the back of the cabinet. Maybe you have been meaning to throw it away. Maybe you already replaced it with a new one, even though spending that money hurt a little. Well, I am here today to tell you, do not throw that pan away. Do not spend another dollar on a replacement, because today I am going to show you something that is going to absolutely blow your mind. I am going to show you how to take the most disgusting, most burnt, most blackened pan you own, the kind that looks like it is beyond all hope, and bring it back to looking completely brand new. And I am going to do it without hard scrubbing, without expensive store products, and without any special equipment whatsoever. And here is the part that really gets people. Everything I am going to use today costs just $1 or $2, and it is already sitting in your kitchen right now. We are talking about everyday ingredients like baking soda, white vinegar, dish soap, and hydrogen peroxide. Simple things, safe things, things that work through chemistry, so you don't have to work through muscle. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You have tried baking soda before. You have tried vinegar. You scrubbed and soaked, and nothing happened. But here's what most people miss. It's not just about what you use. It's about how you combine these ingredients, in what order, and for how long. The details make all the difference. And today, I am sharing every single detail with you. We're also covering 4 different types of pans today: stainless steel, aluminum, non-stick, and cast iron, because each one needs a slightly different approach. So no matter what kind of pan is sitting in your kitchen looking hopeless right now, I've got you covered. Stay with me all the way through, because by the end of this video, you are going to have everything you need to restore every pan in your kitchen to like-new condition. Let's get started. Problem explanation. Before we jump into the cleaning methods, I want to take a moment to explain what that black, burnt coating on your pan actually is. Because once you understand it, everything we do today is going to make perfect sense. When you cook with oil, butter, or any kind of fat, and that fat gets exposed to high heat repeatedly over time, it goes through a chemical process called polymerization. What that means in simple terms is that the oil molecules bond together and harden into a thick, dark, nearly plastic-like coating that fuses itself to the surface of your pan. This is not just a surface stain that you can wipe away. It's a chemically bonded layer of carbonized material, essentially burnt carbon, that has attached itself to the metal at a molecular level. This is why regular dish soap and a sponge does absolutely nothing to it. Dish soap is designed to cut through fresh, liquid grease, but this stuff is no longer liquid. It has been transformed by heat into something much more stubborn. It laughs at dish soap. It laughs at a regular sponge, and scrubbing it hard with steel wool might remove some of it, but it also scratches your pan, damages the surface, and can actually make the problem worse over time by creating tiny grooves where more grease can hide and harden. What we need is something that can penetrate that carbonized layer, break the chemical bonds holding it to the metal, and lift it away gently. And that's exactly what our methods today are designed to do. We are using ingredients that work through alkaline chemistry, mild acid reactions, and oxidation, all working together to dissolve the burnt carbon from the inside out, so that when you finally wipe, it comes away effortlessly. And here's something important I want every one of you to hear. That black coating on your pan is not just ugly. In some cases, it can actually be unhealthy. Old carbonized residue can harbor bacteria, affect the flavor of your food, and in the case of non-stick pans, damaged, burnt coatings can release particles into your cooking. So this is not just about having a pretty pan. It's about cooking in a clean, safe, healthy kitchen, and that matters. Now, let's talk about what you need for each type of pan. The beautiful thing about everything I am sharing today is that none of it requires a trip to a specialty store or spending more than a few dollars. Here's a complete list of everything you will need for all 4 types of pans, and I promise you already have most of this at home right now. For stainless steel pans, you will need baking soda, white vinegar, a dishwasher tablet, and hydrogen peroxide. For aluminum pans, you will need baking soda, dish soap, cream of tartar, and a couple of fresh lemons or lemon juice. For non-stick pans, you will need dish soap, baking soda, and white vinegar. And for cast iron pans, you will need coarse salt, the kind that you probably already have in your kitchen, and a raw potato, which I will explain in a moment, because that one surprises people every single time. You'll also want rubber gloves to protect your hands, a soft cloth or non-scratch sponge for most pan types, and paper towels for drying. That's genuinely everything. Total cost, if you're buying everything from scratch, under $5 at Walmart or any grocery store. And most of these items will last you for dozens of future cleaning sessions. Now, let's get into the actual cleaning, starting with the most common pan type in American kitchens. Step-by-step process. Stainless steel pans. Method 1. Baking soda and white vinegar. This is the most viral, most watched, most talked about pan cleaning method on the entire internet right now, and for very good reason. The combination of baking soda and white vinegar creates a powerful chemical reaction that attacks burnt carbon directly, breaking it apart from the inside so it lifts away without any hard scrubbing at all. Here is exactly how to do it. Start by pouring just enough white vinegar into your pan to cover the burnt bottom. Usually about half a cup is enough for a standard-sized pan. Place the pan on your stove and heat it on medium until the vinegar begins to simmer gently. You are not boiling it aggressively, just a gentle simmer. Let it simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. What is happening here is that the warm vinegar is softening and loosening the top layer of burnt residue, preparing it for the deeper treatment that is about to happen. Now, remove the pan from heat and add 2 tablespoons of baking soda directly into the warm vinegar. This is the moment that always amazes people. The fizzing reaction will immediately begin to fizz and bubble dramatically. That fizzing action is carbon dioxide being released as the baking soda and vinegar react together, and that bubbling action creates a gentle mechanical lifting effect that physically separates the burnt carbon from the pan surface. It is chemistry doing the scrubbing for you. Let this fizzing mixture sit in the pan for 15 to 20 minutes. During this time, the alkaline baking soda is penetrating the carbonized layer while the acidic vinegar continues working on the mineral deposits and surface staining. Together, they tackle the burnt residue from 2 different chemical directions simultaneously. After the soaking time is up, pour out the mixture and use a soft cloth or non-scratch sponge to wipe the pan. And here is the moment everyone waits for. That black burnt coating that has been on your pan for months or years is going to wipe away like it was never even there. Rinse with warm water, dry immediately, and hold it up to the light. Stainless steel. Gleaming, shining, beautiful stainless steel. Stainless steel pans. Method 2. Dishwasher tablet and hot water. Now, if your stainless steel pan has extremely heavy, thick, baked-on grease, the kind that the vinegar and baking soda method needs a little extra help with, this is your secret weapon. And just like the toilet tank trick I showed in a previous video, this one surprises absolutely everyone. Take 1 dishwasher tablet, just one, any brand from the dollar store, and place it in your pan. Add just enough hot water to cover the bottom of the pan, about a 1/4 inch deep. Now, place the pan back on the stove on the lowest heat setting and let it warm gently for about 5 minutes. As the water heats, the dishwasher tablet dissolves and releases its powerful enzymes, surfactants, and citric acid compounds directly onto the burnt surface of your pan. These are the exact same ingredients that are engineered to remove baked-on food from dishes in your dishwasher, so you can imagine how effective they are when applied directly to the burnt surface of a pan in a warm, concentrated solution. The enzymes break down the protein and fat molecules in the burnt residue, the citric acid dissolves mineral deposits, the surfactants lift and suspend everything so it rinses away cleanly. After 5 minutes on low heat, turn off the stove and let the pan soak for another 10 minutes. Then take a soft cloth and wipe. The results are genuinely shocking. Thick, stubborn, years-old burnt residue wipes away in one pass. Rinse, dry, and stand back to admire your pan. Stainless steel pans. Method 3. Baking soda and hydrogen peroxide. For the absolute worst cases, pans with heavy black carbon buildup that has been building for years, this method is the most powerful of all. Hydrogen peroxide is a natural oxidizer, meaning it releases oxygen molecules that chemically break apart the carbonized compounds in burnt residue. Combined with baking soda, it creates a paste that penetrates even the thickest burnt coating and dissolves it completely. Mix together 3 tablespoons of baking soda with just enough hydrogen peroxide, the standard 3% kind from the pharmacy, to create a thick paste about the consistency of toothpaste. Spread this paste generously all over the burnt areas of your pan and press it into every dark spot. Now, let it sit for 30 to 1 hour. The longer it sits, the deeper it penetrates. When you come back, the paste will have changed color slightly where it was working hardest. That is a sign the oxidization process has been doing its job. Wipe away with a damp cloth and watch the burnt residue come with it. For any remaining stubborn spots, apply a small amount of fresh paste and let it sit for another 15 minutes before wiping. Rinse thoroughly and dry. Aluminum pans. Method 1. Baking soda and dish soap. Aluminum pans require a slightly gentler approach than stainless steel because aluminum is a softer metal that can be damaged by strong acids or overly aggressive cleaning. But gentle does not mean ineffective, and this combination is perfectly calibrated for aluminum. Fill your aluminum pan with hot water and add 2 tablespoons of baking soda and 1 tablespoon of dish soap. Stir gently to combine. Place the pan on medium heat and bring this mixture to a gentle boil. Let it boil for 10 minutes. The hot alkaline solution softens the burnt residue from below, while the dish soap lifts and emulsifies the grease components. After 10 minutes, turn off the stove and let it cool until it's safe to handle. Pour out the water and wipe with a soft cloth. Clean, bright aluminum. Restored. Aluminum pans. Method 2. Cream of tartar and water. This is the classic aluminum cleaning trick that professional cooks and experienced homemakers have known about for generations, and most people have never heard of it. Cream of tartar is a mild acid derived from winemaking, and it has a remarkable ability to remove discoloration and staining from aluminum surfaces without damaging the metal at all. Add 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar to your pan, along with enough water to cover the stained areas. Heat on medium until the mixture simmers and let it simmer for 10 minutes. The mild acid gently lifts oxidation, discoloration, and light burnt residue from the aluminum surface. Pour out, rinse, and wipe. Your aluminum pan will look noticeably brighter and cleaner after just 1 treatment. Aluminum pans. Method 3. Lemon juice and hot water. For lighter staining and discoloration on aluminum pans, this is the simplest and most natural method of all, and the results always bring a smile. Squeeze 2 lemons directly into your pan and add hot water to fill it halfway. Let it soak for 30 minutes without any heat. The natural citric acid in the lemon juice gently dissolves light surface staining and leaves your pan smelling wonderfully fresh. After soaking, rinse and wipe. With a soft cloth. Non-stick pans. Method 1. Dish soap and hot water soak. Non-stick pans are the most delicate of all pan types, and they require the most careful cleaning approach. The non-stick coating, whether it is Teflon, ceramic, or another material, can be permanently damaged by abrasive scrubbing, harsh chemicals, or extreme temperature changes. So for non-stick pans, our approach is always gentle, patient, and chemistry-based rather than force-based. Fill your nonstick pan with warm water, not boiling hot, just comfortably warm, and add 2 tablespoons of dish soap. Let it soak for 30 to 45 minutes. During this time, the dish soap is slowly penetrating and loosening the burnt residue from the nonstick surface. After soaking, use a soft cloth or a gentle non-scratch sponge and wipe in slow circular motions. You will find that the burnt residue comes away easily without any pressure at all. Never use steel wool, harsh scrubbers, or abrasive powders on a nonstick pan. Ever. One scratch to the nonstick coating and it is compromised permanently. Nonstick pans. Method 2. Baking soda and water paste. For slightly more stubborn burnt spots on nonstick pans, make a gentle paste of 2 tablespoons of baking soda mixed with just enough water to form a soft, spreadable consistency. Apply this paste to the burnt areas and let it sit for 15 minutes. Then, using a damp, soft cloth, gently wipe in small circles. The mild, abrasive quality of baking soda, which is far gentler than any commercial scrubbing powder, loosens the burnt residue without scratching the coating. Rinse thoroughly with warm water and dry immediately. Nonstick pans method 3. White vinegar and water. For grease buildup and odors in nonstick pans, this method works beautifully. Mix equal parts white vinegar and water directly in your pan, about half a cup of each. Heat on low for 5 minutes until it just begins to steam. Remove from heat and let it cool completely. The warm, acidic solution dissolves grease residue and neutralizes any lingering food odors. Rinse with warm water and wipe dry. Your nonstick pan will smell clean and fresh, and the surface will be completely residue-free. Cast iron pans. Method 1. Coarse salt and hot water. Cast iron is in a category completely by itself, and it needs to be treated very differently from every other pan type. Here is the most important thing you need to know about cast iron before we start. Never soak it in water, never put it in the dishwasher, and never clean it with vinegar or harsh acids. Cast iron can rust very quickly when exposed to moisture, and acids will strip away the seasoning, that natural non-stick coating that builds up on cast iron over years of use and that makes it so valuable. So, how do you clean burnt cast iron without water and without acid? The answer is coarse salt, and this is a cleaning method that cast iron lovers across America swear by. While your pan is still slightly warm from cooking, not burning hot, just warm, pour a generous amount of coarse kosher salt or sea salt directly into the pan. Now, use a folded paper towel or a clean, dry cloth to scrub the salt around the pan in firm, circular motions. The coarse salt crystals act as a natural abrasive that scrubs away burnt food and residue without scratching the coating or introducing any moisture. It is completely dry cleaning, and it is extraordinarily effective. After scrubbing, pour out the dirty salt and wipe the pan clean with a fresh, dry cloth. If needed, rinse very briefly with just a small amount of hot water and immediately dry the pan completely on the stove on low for 2 to 3 minutes to ensure no moisture remains. Then apply a very thin layer of vegetable oil or flaxseed oil to the entire surface of the pan while it is still warm and wipe away the excess. This re-seasons the pan and protects it from rust. Cast iron pans method 2. Coarse salt and potato. Now here is the one that surprises everyone, and it is one of the most charming and genuinely effective old-fashioned cleaning tricks you're ever going to see. Cut a raw potato in half. Pour coarse salt into your cast iron pan. Now use the cut side of the potato as your scrubbing tool, pressing it into the salt and scrubbing in firm circles across the entire pan surface. What makes this work so beautifully is that the potato releases natural starches and moisture as you scrub, and these starches combine with the salt to create a mild cleaning paste that lifts burnt residue gently and effectively. The potato is soft enough that it won't scratch your seasoning, but the salt provides just enough abrasion to remove stubborn spots. This method has been used by generations of American home cooks, and it is just as effective today as it ever was. After scrubbing, wipe clean, dry thoroughly on the stove, and season with a thin coat of oil. Final results. Now, let me describe for you what your pans look and feel like after going through these methods, because this is the moment that makes everything worth it. Your stainless steel pan catches the light and throws it back at you like a mirror. The blackened, carbonized coating that seemed fused to the metal forever, gone. The surface is smooth, bright, and clean in a way that feels almost unreal after looking at that dark, burnt mess for so long. You run your finger across the bottom, and it is perfectly smooth. No rough patches, no sticky residue, no dark spots hiding in the corners. It looks like the day you bought it, maybe better. Your aluminum pan is bright and evenly colored again, without the dark discoloration and burnt patches that were making you avoid it. Your non-stick pan has a clean, smooth surface with no residue, no odor, no rough spots, and the coating is perfectly intact because you treated it gently, the way it deserves to be treated. And your cast iron pan? Oh, your cast iron pan is something special. It's clean, dry, and beautifully seasoned, ready to cook the best meal you have made in months. I want you to think about how good it's going to feel to open your kitchen cabinet and see a full set of clean, restored, beautiful pans instead of that one sad, blackened pan you've been avoiding. I want you to think about the satisfaction of cooking in a pan that is truly clean, knowing that your food isn't picking up flavors from old burnt residue, knowing that your cooking surface is hygienic and safe. That feeling is real, and it's waiting for you on the other side of this cleaning session. Now that your pans are restored to like-new condition, let me share a few simple habits that will keep them looking this way for years to come. Because the best cleaning job in the world means nothing if you are back to the same problem in 3 months. For stainless steel pans, always let the pan cool before washing it. Plunging a hot stainless steel pan into cold water can cause warping and create microscopic cracks in the surface where residue can accumulate. Wash while still warm but not hot, using dish soap and a non-scratch sponge. Dry immediately and thoroughly. Never let stainless steel air dry, because water spots and mineral deposits can dull the surface over time. For aluminum pans, avoid cooking highly acidic foods like tomatoes or citrus in them for extended periods, as prolonged acid exposure can discolor aluminum. Wash promptly after use and dry immediately. For nonstick pans, always use wooden, silicone, or plastic utensils, never metal. Always cook on low to medium heat. High heat degrades the nonstick coating over time. And never put a nonstick pan in the dishwasher. The harsh detergents and high heat of the dishwasher will destroy the coating far faster than gentle hand washing ever would. For cast iron, remember the golden rule. Dry, dry, dry. After every wash, dry your cast iron on the stove over low heat until every trace of moisture is gone. Then apply a thin coat of oil while it is warm. Do this consistently and your cast iron will actually get better and better with every use, building up a richer and more effective natural seasoning over time. And here is my universal tip for every pan type. Deal with spills and burnt spots immediately after cooking, while the pan is still warm. Fresh burnt residue is infinitely easier to remove than residue that has been baked on through dozens of subsequent cooking sessions. A 30-second wipe while the pan is warm can save you 30 minutes of soaking and cleaning later. Make that a habit, and your pans will stay clean almost effortlessly. Well, my friend, we just covered everything you could possibly need to know about restoring and maintaining every single type of pan in your kitchen. And we did it without hard scrubbing, without expensive products, and without a single harsh chemical that would fill your kitchen with fumes or irritate your hands. Let me do a quick recap of everything we covered today. For stainless steel pans, we used baking soda and white vinegar for the most satisfying, fizzing clean you have ever seen, a dishwasher tablet for heavy grease, and baking soda with hydrogen peroxide for the worst carbon buildup. For aluminum pans, we used baking soda and dish soap, cream of tartar for discoloration, and lemon juice for light staining. For non-stick pans, we used a gentle dish soap soak, a soft baking soda paste, and a white vinegar steam for grease and odors. And for cast iron, we used the classic coarse salt scrub and the amazing old-fashioned coarse salt and potato method. Every single one of these methods is proven, tested, and safe for your pans and for your family. And every single ingredient costs just $1 or $2 at any Walmart or grocery store in America. Now I want to hear from you. Which pan type are you going to tackle first? Do you have a pan sitting in your cabinet right now that you thought was beyond saving? Leave me a comment below and tell me about it. I read every single comment and I love hearing your stories and your results. And if you try any of these methods today, please come back and let me know how it went. Your experience might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear to give it a try themselves. If this video helped you today, please give it a thumbs up right now. It takes 1 second, and it helps this video reach thousands of other people across America who are dealing with the exact same frustrating burnt pan problem. And please share this video with a friend or family member who you know has a pan that needs rescuing, because this information is too good not to share. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please do that right now and hit that bell icon so you never miss a new video. Because every single week, I share practical, affordable, easy cleaning tips that actually work for real homes and real people. No fancy equipment, no expensive products, no complicated techniques, just simple methods that deliver real results. And speaking of next week, oh, you are going to want to see this one. I am going to tackle something that most people completely overlook, and that makes a massive difference in how clean and fresh your entire home feels. I am talking about your bathroom exhaust fan, that dusty, clogged, forgotten vent on your ceiling that most people have never cleaned once in their lives. I am going to show you how to clean it completely in just 3 minutes, without a ladder, without any special tools, and how doing this one simple thing can actually improve the air quality in your entire home and lower your energy bills at the same time. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss that one. Thank you so much for being here today. It genuinely means the world to me that you spend your time watching this channel. Now go rescue those pans and enjoy the look on your face when you see what they look like when you are done. I will see you in the next one. Happy cleaning!